Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings. Look, I am so excited. I'm pumped up. You have me so inspired about what's going on in the class and what everybody's doing uh, to make that big difference in their life. And I just want to thank you for being courageous and in every way to meet and deal with the challenges that you have set before you. And just like every step I've told you, every step of this program is so important. I don't want you to fall asleep on this fourth step. This fourth step will go with you for a long distance in your life, so it's so important that you get it. Step four, cut out all the bullshit from your communication. You have to make a decision to do that. And so, what I'm about to do, after having a conference call with you all last night, I decided to go in and make a video, a screencast video, so that you can be able to have some extra support in taking on this step and being able to be effective in this step. I don't want you to sleep on it. So let's keep moving forward. All right, let's keep moving forward. Uh, we'll move to the next slide. Let's talk about the pie pan analogy. I like to use this analogy. It's a rather crude analogy, but it really helps you to get that image in your head about what you are experiencing or what other people are experiencing from communicating with you, as long as there is what we call BS in your communication. Now, to get this analogy, I want you to imagine you're going to make a dessert. You have some friends coming over for dinner, so you take out a pie pan and then you do something very strange. You go out to the next door, your next door neighbor, and you actually pick up some fresh dog crap from his lawn. You know, he has his dog, and his dog is always, dropping crap. So you take this crap and you put it in the bottom of the pan, you spread it. I know it sounds funky and stinky and all that stuff, but I really want you to get this. You take this crap and you spread it all evenly in the bottom of the pan. Next, because you want to impress your friends who are coming over for dinner, you get on the phone and you call an award-winning dessert chef, pastry chef, and you order some of his reward award-winning whipped cream, and you place that whipped cream on top of the dog crap. Now you got some good ass whipped cream. The cream is so good. Can you see it? This whipped cream on top of this dog crap. Now from the outside looking in, it looks great. You know, it's like a lot of things in life. On the outside looking in, it looks great. It looks inviting. It's like, come on in, come and come taste me. And then what happens is when you cut into the pan, what are you gonna find out when you cut past the whipped cream? That's right. You're gonna find out that ain't nothing but crap at the bottom of the pan. Now, unfortunately, this is how most of us have been approaching our life. We're constantly putting things on top of the crap that makes us sick to cover it up, to make it seem as though we're okay when we're not. And you take this funky pie pan with you wherever you go. That's how it is when we still haven't gotten the crap out. So we got the crap, and in this world tells us to, just don't worry about the crap at the bottom of the pan. Just try to cover it up. Just make yourself look good. Learn how to use nice big words. Learn how to talk the language as if you're healthy and well. But don't worry about the actual sick stuff at the bottom of the pan. So what we are doing in this process is we are rooting out the crap at the bottom of the pan so you can get to a clean slate. This is what we've been doing. Because, the crap has been with us for so long, it doesn't even occur to us as crap no more. So we bring it with us wherever we go. We've been feeding our friends crap, our relatives craps, our significant other crap. And, they didn't tell us anything about it because they got crap in their pan too. So they didn't want to tell you nothing about your crap so that you wouldn't tell them anything about their crap. So we all have like sort of signed an agreement to not tell each other anything about our crap as long as we don't tell each other. So we have this pact to stay sick. Now I want to talk to you about what that crap really represents. So we'll go on to our next slide, okay? All right, that crap, I want you to imagine that crap at the bottom of the pan are all the things that we have been pretending that are not true about ourselves and about other people. All right? So that's the quickest way to find out, where you have crap in the bottom of your pan in your life, so to speak. Look at your life, the pan as the analogy of your life, and the crap is at the areas of your life where you are pretending, because that's what the whipped cream does. The whipped cream, pretends as if there's a nice, fresh tasting dessert underneath, but underneath is nothing but confusion, chaos, gossip, mess, stuff that's keeping you from going after what you really want, and we really got to get that from out the bottom of the pan. Okay, so now here's the question: where are you still pretending the opposite of what you truly feel or desire? In other words, where are you fronting? Let's go on to our next slide, okay? Wherever you're still pretending the opposite of what you truly feel or desire is also where you're bullshitting. All right, so we're shifting the term crap into bullshitting because it's important that you get this. All right, so there are at least 5 common pretending patterns or habits we tend to demonstrate in our communication until we transform our communications totally. All right, and that's what you're working on doing. Remember, I told you the problem is not with you, the problem is your communication. So the crap at the bottom of the pan is really crap in your communication. Negative things, counterproductive things you've gotten used to communicating to other people and to yourself that don't even occur to you as anything wrong with it. It's just the way things are. So you say things not only to put yourself down, but to undermine what you really, really want out of life. So let's talk about the 5 patterns, the 5 most common patterns, pretending patterns, right? All right, here's number 1. We pretend other people are to blame for our mess ups, failures, or incompletes. All right, so the first way that we pretend is blaming. Blaming other people is pretending. We are pretending as if someone else is responsible for the outcomes in our life, and we know that it's not true. That's why we call it pretending. Number 2, we pretend we don't like the condition we're in, and so we complain about it, but don't do anything about it at all. We don't take any action around it. So we complain without action. That's pretending. Because when you complain without taking action, what you're doing is pretending as if you don't like the way things are. But evidently, you like the way things are if you're not taking action around it. All right, so just follow me. Number 3, we pretend we're victims, that our lives are in someone else's hands and we have no real say-so as to what direction our life travels. That's pretending. That's not true. You know good and well you have a say-so on the direction your life travels. When we act as though we're victims, what we're doing is pretending, and so it sort of takes us off the hook. All of this stuff that I've been giving you so far are examples of how we have in our communication, we communicate things to ourselves and other people that somehow distracts us from what we desire, or it takes us off the hook from producing it. Number 4, we pretend we don't really care about how things turn out, and we use language that projects that into the universe. So, we really want to be with our significant other, but we tell him, well, I don't care. It don't matter to me what you do. You can leave if you want. But that's not what we really feel and desire. What we really feel and desire is we want the relationship to work. We want to be with that person. And so it is pretending to act as though you don't care when you really do. It takes courage to say to that person in the face of the possibility of them leaving, to say to them, look, I really want you to stay. I love you and I want our relationship to work. Don't leave. It takes strength to do that. It takes courage. Most of us would rather pretend the opposite just to save face because we're worried about our image or our appearance. We got to get past that. All right. Number 5, we pretend as if we feel sorry for ourselves, and that somehow exempts us from having to be responsible for the outcomes in our lives. Now, this shows up as pity parties. We start throwing the pity party for ourselves. In the midst of the pity party, all we're doing is pretending. We're pretending as if we're weak. We're pretending as if we don't have the strength to conquer. We're pretending as if God did not give us everything that we need to be successful in life. We're pretending all those things. And we're pretending those things to take ourselves off the hook for being responsible for the things that we say we want in our lives. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, let's talk about dead talk, because dead talk, pretending, and bullshit are very, very similar. So where in your life is your talk dead? The moving forward technology refers to bullshit as dead talk. Dead talk is another level of bullshit. Crap in the pan. Dead talk is any and everything you communicate, which means you speak or listen to, that you yourself don't want to experience, or you yourself don't have any intentions whatsoever on putting any action behind. So there's a lot of things that you say that you're gonna do that you never do. All right, so anything that you say that you don't put action behind is dead talk. You follow me? So I want you to find out where in your life, I want you to start looking, where in your life are you still generating dead talk? Are you saying you're going to do things? Where are you saying you're going to do things and don't do anything at all? Where in your life are you barking but not biting? Where in your life are you not following through on your word? Because all that is an example of dead talk. Now, we are told, and you know, that he says, we live, uh, that the tongue carries the power over life and death. So when we say things that we have no intention on following through with action, or when we say things that we ourselves don't want to experience, that is dead talk. That's a part of bullshit. All right. So when you start hearing yourself use that, you got to learn to stop yourself immediately and speak into reality that which is in alignment with what you truly desire for your life. Stop saying things you don't want to experience. Stop saying things you don't have a desire to put action behind. Okay? The idea of all bark and no bite. So now I want you to give you some examples. You said, not necessarily you, but somebody in the group, people in the group, or people you come into contact with. You say you were going to lose weight, but you haven't done a damn thing about it yet. Dead talk, right? You said you were going to get focused on transforming your finances, but you haven't taken a step yet. Dead talk. You told yourself that this was going to be the day you introduced yourself to this new guy at work, but you still haven't got up the balls to do it. Dead talk. You said you're going to have that long, honest talk with your significant other, and you haven't opened your mouth yet. Dead talk. Every time you say something and you don't back it up with action, you're making your talk dead. You're establishing a relationship with the universe where the universe has learned not to respond to you because you're not going to take any steps to put any action behind what you say. All right? So now, do you know what happens when you develop a reputation for saying things and not doing anything about it? Here's what happens, was bringing us to the end. You become full of shit. Have you ever heard that term before? The phrase, he's full of shit or she's full of shit? All right. Imagine what happens when someone becomes constipated, unable to relieve themselves. It causes waste to become backed up within their internal system. Remember? You know, you had that experience before. All right, the same thing happens on a spiritual level when you practice pretending and not fully expressing yourself. You get spiritually stopped up and you start saying things you don't back up with your actions. You start saying things you don't mean. Now, on the street, when a person develops a reputation for talking shit without backing it up, they say that they're full of shit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, is there anything anywhere in your life where you're full of shit, or somebody is calling you and saying that you're full of shit and you don't know it? In other words, where in your life have you been saying that you're going to do stuff and you haven't done it yet? Where in your life have you been barking but not biting? Look, I don't want anybody in this course to leave this course and not have gotten the BS out of their communication. So you got to look at, where are you still barking without biting? Where in your life are you still, you may have some areas where you full of shit. You've been saying things that you've been following through on. You got to step into action around those things. When you start stepping into action, you start getting the crap out of the pan. Remember, being honest, that first step, that being honest helps to get a lot of this out. Be bold enough to admit to yourself where you see yourself pretending these things, complaining, throwing pity parties, uh, acting as though somebody else is responsible for your life, playing the victim. All of those are pretend. You know that you are capable of getting what you desire, and you need to stay focused on it. Don't let your own BS get in the way. When you hear yourself talking BS, immediately interrupt yourself. Interrupt yourself and use a different language. Use a language that matches completely the result that you want to experience. Now, I am so happy, as I said to you before, and excited about the breakthroughs you're getting. Go do the work. The rest of this week, start looking for your BS. Look for where you're full of it. Look for where you're barking, but no biting. All right? Now, be powerful. Continue on the process. Keep moving forward. I love you, and I can't wait to see you on next class. Thank you.